Hey everyone, welcome to Motivators Podcast, episode 3, with Brian and Emily from Motivity. We have some amazing guests here today, Subodh and Aarti Garg from the cast of Love on the Spectrum. And we're so grateful to have you guys here. Welcome.
Thank you so much.
Thank you so much.
All right, so we have so many things we want to hear from you. First of all, could you guys just do a brief introduction of like who you are and your little bit about you and what your interests are and so forth?
Yeah, go ahead.
Yes.
Go ahead.
My interests are money management.
Can you start with your name and where you're from and all of that first and then get into it?
Hi, my name is Subodh Garg. I am from Sweden, living with my sister, and my interests are money management
What else?
and card games like solitaire
Yeah.
Oh, I didn't realize that.
and traveling across the world.
Yep, traveling Subodh, right?
Yes.
That's right. That's your Instagram, Traveling Subodh.
Yes.
My name is Aarti. I'm the infamous Subodh's sister. I appeared with him on Love on the Spectrum. I am 32. I also live with Subodh in Cerritos, California, Southern California. I am an auditor. I work in our family business, and it's been a great pleasure to be a part of this process with Subodh, with the autism community. It's really been such an honor to be part of it and represent it the way that we have.
Yes.
In terms of interests, I really love traveling, just like Subodh. I love random trivia. I play trivia every week. I enjoy. He doesn't like it when I talk. I enjoy salsa dancing. I love animals. I love going out into nature. I just love doing things in general. It's my thing. Things.
Yeah, I just loved when watching the first season of Love on the Spectrum, just seeing your family interact with each other. Such a beautiful family. And then you two are roommates, right? How is that roommating with your sister?
What do you think? How do you like it?
I just don't like it as much.
Well, who would you rather live with?
Katina.
Okay, I heard about Katina. We're kind of jumping ahead here. So I saw the post. Was that today or yesterday with Katina?
Yesterday. Yeah.
Yes.
Woo! Like that's exciting. Tell us about Katina.
Katina is such a great person. She likes to travel a lot.
Oh, just like you.
Yes.
So
What else?
yeah, tell everyone who she is and how you met and.
She was on Instagram Live.
Okay.
And
then I just hang out with her but I'm currently now went on my 5th date right now, but then we'll continue to go on, and this will be my 1-month anniversary starting June 20th.
That's awesome. Yeah. So you guys didn't meet on Love on the Spectrum.
No,
but you met on Instagram, and then did you ask her out or did she ask you out?
she asked you out.
she asked me out. She struggles a little bit with pronouns, but she did ask me out. Yeah.
Yeah. Okay, cool. So
Yeah, she in a very respectful, polite way slid into his DMs, which is amazing.
and I'd like to buy an engagement ring.
Really.
ooh.
Wow.
Oh.
He does
And
like
big
to
fun.
tease me. He knows that it's not right. He's doing that to give me a hard time, right? So
Oh yeah, and how many months will I get engaged?
Yeah.
it's your
Well,
decision, so not their decision.
Okay.
Are you being silly?
No, it's just serious. It's very important.
It's very important, right?
Yes.
Yeah, not right now. It's too
well,
late.
this is your goal, right? I mean, in the episode, I remember, or in the season 1, you talked about like you really want to find someone, you want to find love, and eventually have a roommate who is your soulmate, right?
Yes.
Yeah. So maybe it will be Katina. Who knows?
So He's rather live with a partner than me, basically, but he's stuck with me for now.
I roommate with my sister for 3 years. Yeah.
Yeah.
Lots of fun, but I definitely was ready to.
Yep. Yeah, you get it.
I get
Yeah,
it.
exactly.
Well, so is there going to be another season of Love on the Spectrum? And will you be in it, or I guess, are you
So
allowed
there,
to talk about that?
there is another season coming out. We were not asked to be part of the next season, unfortunately. But
Oh,
super happy for everyone that was asked to be on it. Super excited to watch it. Um, Everyone on the cast is just wonderful. So we haven't met the new people, but everyone that was on our season, we absolutely adore. They've been wonderful, and we've really built such a wonderful camaraderie with them. We
yeah.
go to each other's events, we go to each other's birthday parties, we hang out and do things together, show related, not show related, things like that. And it's been great. It's been so wonderful to have kind of that network of people who have such a unique experience and have that shared experience with them. It's really, really great.
That's really cool.
Yeah.
And maybe, Subodh, since you're still on this journey and you're dating and you have this new person you're dating, you could just keep everybody updated on your own episodes on Instagram.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah. Actually, I forgot my password for traveling Subodh.
I know, we'll fix it, so don't worry.
Yes.
It's on Instagram, yeah.
Oh, I'm sure, yeah. I'm sure you can request it.
Yeah.
Because we're all waiting to hear the updates for sure.
Yeah. Well, that's why we love going, participating in things like this, because it's been amazing how much love Subodh has gotten. Our family in general, but of course Subodh specifically, how much love people have given him, the viewers and the fans, and how invested they are in his journey. So we have, platforms like this allow us to, give those updates for people who are really curious, may not be as, Instagram heavy, because that's kind of what we have right now personally. So it's a really cool way to kind of share updates about Subodh that people are really invested in, which is really cool.
Okay.
Yeah. So we were wondering if we could talk a little bit about talk about how you got to a point in your life where you felt like you were ready to start dating, and I guess some of the programs that you've been through. I know we've talked in the past about your experience with Pathway. So maybe, I guess the question I want to pose to you is, what are some programs you participated in or services that really helped you on your path to finding your soulmate, like starting to date?
When I started the Pathway program, it was a 2-year program, and the courses that I take are time management, career development, health and nutrition skills for academic success, then on to career portfolio, critical thinking through improv, auditing 2 courses on campus, and then we did an internship.
Right. And the Pathway program, where is that through?
Westwood, UCLA.
It's through UCLA Extension.
So how did you get into that program?
To gain more independent living skills.
But how did they accept you? Do you know? Are you familiar with the process? I think my mom was more involved in that process and helping him get admitted. From what I understand, she applied when he was 21, and they already filled their cohort, so they weren't able to accept him. Mm-hmm. And she'd been suggested that program by one of his therapists. I'm not exactly sure, but it was recommended to them. And a couple years later, they were able to accommodate him, and they accepted him into the program. So I think it's a very well-known program at least in Southern California. I'm not familiar with how popular it is across the country, but at least in California, it's very well known for being extremely unique in how they approach adults with disabilities. Because even today, but especially 12 years ago, 15 years ago, there wasn't as much out there for adults with special needs. There's a lot for kids, which is
Yeah.
incredibly important. Of course, every kid needs it. But for adults with special needs, it kind of drops off a cliff in a sense.
What do you mean drops off on a cliff?
Meaning there's way more resources for kids than there are for adults. There's not as many resources for adults. So the UCLA Pathways program not only was there at all, but it's a really excellent program with great results in giving young adults with special needs, the resources and tools that they need to have a successful rest of their adult life. So as he said, they did career development, they talked about independent living skills, and they did rotations of jobs throughout the UCLA campus. And these are things that a general employer would not take the time to do. You're not going to sit down and teach someone how to be professional. That's just not something that's done to the general population. So they were able to develop this program and tailor it to the needs of the people, the participants, and give them the needs that fill those gaps that they're missing because of their disabilities. So Subodh struggles with socializing, and he fails to understand social norms and things, how to be professional. It's a really abstract concept.
Yeah.
It really exposed him to a professional but safe environment where he could learn those skills and practice, and really made a huge difference for him. I was in college at the time, so I remember coming back after he was back from the program, and I was like, who is this person? Oh my gosh. It was really, really impressive, the kind of work you did at Pathways.
Is that where you learned about money management and your
love? Money management. I am so great with budgeting money so well.
Wow, you could probably teach me some of that stuff.
Yeah, I need some help as well.
See what I mean? They don't teach these things to any of us.
No.
Yeah, I know, right?
Yeah.
Did they also help with like job placement as well?
For job placement, last year I had Rachel Spidell finding him a job in 2021 and 22 because the rent prices are going up in Lakewood.
But they're talking about Pathways. Did Pathways do any job placement?
In job placement? Just once.
Yes, they do. They do actually do job placement and job development through the program. Subodh actually got his first actual job, though, when he was through an organization called Best Buddies. So they actually provide job placement, on the job training, job coaching. And they were actually the ones who got him his first job, but he developed his professional skills to even be able to attempt a job through Pathways. I think they work with campus to see where they can fill positions, but there are not nearly enough positions to go around the whole cohort.
Right.
But he did get some really good work experience that allowed him to get an actual job outside of the program.
And also, Emily?
Yeah.
I remember Rachel Spidell in 2021 and 22. She was looking for a job for him because the rent prices are going up.
Can you tell them who Rachel Spidell is?
Rachel Spidell used to be my job coach, but then...
With what group?
Best Buddies.
Yeah, she was Best Buddies job coach.
Got it. I think this is super useful. What we probably will do is we'll put links to the Pathway program and the Best Buddies program in our show notes.
Yes. They do incredible work. Truly, they really changed Subodh's life. They got him that job. They've gotten him a job in Long Beach. They got him another job after that. His current job he got actually from a fan of the show. So that one they didn't get him. They didn't source for him, but they assigned him a job coach. They provided on-the-job training. I mean, they've really been a huge proponent in supporting his professional life. I wouldn't say career, but his professional life, getting jobs, having that fulfillment was massive for Subodh's self-esteem. Because there was a time when he was in between jobs, and it was really, really challenging for him and all of us to watch it. You remember that?
Yeah.
Remember how hard it was when you didn't have a job?
Yes.
How did you feel when you got a job after that?
I feel great in 2016, which is Toddy Brothers and Hydroform, FedEx, and Catella Deli.
Yeah, those are all the jobs that he's had so far.
At FedEx, the issue is adding more work hours and working longer hours.
Yeah, he worked briefly at FedEx, but the shifts they wanted him to work were untenable, 12, 13 hours in the summer, unpacking, shipping containers. Just wasn't going to work for him. So.
Oh, yeah.
But we try and then we move on. That's okay. We learn.
Yeah. Yeah. That's so great. I mean, all of us can relate when, if you're not feeling like, any of us between jobs, I think, especially, or if it's hard time to find a job, it's difficult. It's hard to like feel
Really,
confident.
it affected his mental health tremendously. And it's not even about money. Like we love to support him. We're there for him. But having something that gets you out of bed every day was monumental for him. And not having that was really, really challenging. And it was very, very tough for him. So Pathways really allowed him to develop skills that would get him to something. Because, my mom always says she always looked towards high school, get through high school, and that was always the main goal. And then he finishes high school, which is a tremendous achievement. And then he takes college courses, but then the question is, what's next? So what do you do? There's such the rest of your life to figure out. So Pathways gave him that structure, and again, gave him the foundation to find a job.
And
really huge.
And also for introverts who used to go to social activities, they just don't need to go to social activities because people don't have much time and they need to start making a lot of money because rent prices are up.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, rents are going up for sure. Now, and I know there's another program that you guys mentioned that was really helpful in preparing you for dating, and that was at UCLA too, is the Peers program. Can you tell us about that?
Yeah, can you share some about the Peers program, what it's all about?
Peers program is all about social skills.
And who runs it?
Dr. Liz Lawkinson.
Okay. And where was it held?
It was held in Westwood.
At UCLA.
UCLA.
Right? Wasn't it held at UCLA?
Yes.
Yeah, it was a program through UCLA.
Mm-hmm.
And what kind of skills did they teach you?
Social skills.
But what specifically?
Dating.
So what kind of exercises did you do? You remember? It was a while ago.
It was a while ago.
Okay. I can tell you from what I remember watching. So Subodh actually did the program twice.
Cool.
First time through, he was completely new to socializing, wasn't as interested in it.
Mm-hmm.
But it was, I believe, 10 weeks. How long was the program?
It was 10 weeks.
10-week program. And they go through, they create a structure of how to socialize and how to navigate a social environment, which again is something we're just not taught. You just kind of learn by being out in the world, how to interact with your peers, how to talk to the opposite gender, whoever you're attracted to. All these things you just kind of pick up, right? People with autism, they struggle with those social cues. They don't understand things in the same way. So what was really cool about the program is they offer a structured way to understand these things in a digestible way, in a way that speaks to people with autism. So Subodh really thrives on structure, right?
Yes.
Yeah. So he's really thrives on structure. So when they say, here's a scenario, here's what you can say, 1, 2, and 3. So what kind of things would you do? You guys did kind of role playing, right?
Yes.
What kind of scenarios would they role play?
Like trying to hug or kiss them without their permissions.
So those are rules. So they taught about different rules, like what's appropriate, what's not appropriate. They created these like circles of touch or social circles. So like the closest circle is your family, so you can be more affectionate. The most outside circle are strangers. You can't do anything with them. And then all these rules in between. So they did this really cool thing of structuring it. These nebulous social rules. They created a structured way to understand it.
Mm-hmm. And then you practiced it with role play. Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah, and then they talked about, if you like someone, what are the things you can say to them? How do you ask someone out? That was specific to dating, but they also talked a lot about friendship, like how to make friends or how to initiate friendships. Right? So?
Yes. And now I'm making friends with Katina.
Yeah. Well, I mean, your conversation skills, I remember in one of the episodes that you were role playing and practicing, like asking questions, and about other people's interests, and has that helped you with your interactions with Katina and dating?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes, that helped you.
Yeah, there was a lot actually that didn't make it to air from our sit down with Jennifer. She was amazing, actually, truly amazing. She went over so many different things. Some of the things that we, Subodh had learned before, but a lot of things he hadn't. So I think in the episode or in the show, they had that ball going back and forth, right?
Mhm.
So she actually did the same exercise with us, and it really helped Subodh understand the back and forth of the conversation. So that "what about you" thing that really stuck with him. He still uses it today.
I still use it. What about you?
Exactly. He gets it. Yeah, it was super, super helpful. That was a really great visit that they gave us.
Yes.
That's really cool. I know when I was watching it, I felt I mean even like all of us can use reminders about like reciprocating, like asking good questions and being a good listener, right?
Exactly.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Being a good listener. And also, Emily,
Yeah.
I know when people were young, they used to have a Facebook, and then people had to stop using Facebook because they're all professional people. Oh.
I just think Facebook isn't as popular anymore. People don't really use Facebook anymore.
Oh, I still use Facebook, but that's because I'm like kind of older and I have the older generation. The new hip people are using TikTok and Instagram, right?
Snapchat, things like that.
How about LinkedIn?
Oh yeah, LinkedIn's a good one for professional. Do you have a LinkedIn?
Yes, I do have a LinkedIn.
Oh, I should go follow you on LinkedIn.
Yeah, that'd be
I'm
great.
going to try to delete my account because I've been on Facebook for 15 years.
You don't have to delete it. You can just leave it.
You could just link it to Instagram and then it just like populates and then all us old people can still see you.
Yeah. We can link your Facebook and Instagram because they're the same company,
Yes,
right?
right. I think
Do you have a TikTok?
might merge it with Facebook.
He does it TikTok.
No.
They're the same company. They're already part of Facebook.
Now I saw on your Instagram you have like a cool campaign going. Did you want to tell our listeners about it? The Cameo?
Do you want to tell them about Cameos?
That's what Canon already filmed their cameos.
No, but what is Cameo?
You read the script to earn money.
That's not what it is. Tell them more. What is it really?
I do not know what that is.
Okay.
That's okay. Well, I think one thing that I think that is cool is there's lots of people that love to ask you questions about and just hear from you. And so Cameo is a way for people to hear from you, get a personalized message, but also to support your ongoing work. So we'll put your link in your Cameo campaign in our show notes as well. Yeah.
Thank you. That's really nice of them.
Yeah, can we hire more cameos to make more money for the rent?
We're gonna try to get as many cameos as we can.
How
We'll see.
about 10 cameos?
But it's not up to us. The fans have to order cameos.
I'll just do 10 a day.
All right. So we're asking Subodh's fans right now to order 10 cameos. 10 a day.
10 a day. How would you feel about that you wouldn't need to go into a job anymore? Would you like that or would you not like that?
I'll just keep the job. Let's do 2 cameos a day.
Okay. I think that's a good compromise.
So you could do 10 cameos and do the job. That's okay.
And you know what? Let's do 2 instead.
Okay, we'll see. So,
Two.
no, we actually considered it, right? Because at the beginning when we got on Cameo, he was so popular. And there's this idea that, if Subodh becomes an influencer or whatever, which never in my life did I expect something like that he could make that his job, right? That could be his full-time job. But kind of what I was saying earlier, he really benefits and thrives when he has a reason to get out of bed. So having that structure, having a 9 to 5, or in his case, different hours, whatever, having those structured work hours, having his commute, the to and from, packing his lunch, getting out of the house, super, super important for him, right?
But now things have improved well.
Yeah, they have. But he's not going to be the type to stay home and do like social media as a job. That's just not, he really needs that structure just for his mental health and for his self advocacy and building his self-esteem. All these things are really tied to his job, to having a job at all. That's really important to him.
Okay.
Right, Subodh? Would you say so?
I would say so.
Yeah. Do you think it's important to have a job?
Yes, it's very important to have a job than last year.
Yeah, exactly.
But he started October.
Is that when you started Catala?
Just think September.
September. Okay. Yeah, so he's had his current job since September.
Yes.
Do you like it?
I think I'll like it more.
Okay, great.
But I'll just go on full time.
We're gonna see if we can get full time.
So what is your current job?
My current job is a data entry clerk, customer service representative, bakery sales supervisor,
You're not a supervisor.
bakery sales assistant.
Assistant, I think so, yeah. And
Baker. This is bakery, you said? Bakery sales?
Yes. It's
Wow,
downstairs,
you're busy.
and then you just take care of the pastries and the bread. We're
So
like
what's the name of the place you work at?
Catella Deli.
Oh, you were mentioning that. Wow.
Yeah, it's a restaurant in the city of Los Alamitos, really close by, really lovely people, truly wonderful,
Okay.
right?
Oh yeah, just Emily.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, that was my hospitality. It's a restaurant.
That was what?
Hospitality.
Oh,
I like hospitality field.
you don't like it or you like it?
I like hospitality.
Oh, I bet you do because you're so friendly and you have a nice smile.
I'm so friendly and a nice smile.
Yeah.
Yeah, and you like taking care of people. I think that's great.
I love to take care of people because I like to serve their meals. I like to make things nice, neat, and clean.
You want to share with them what your dream job is?
My dream job is to become a ticket agent for the airline.
Oh, cool. Then you get free
That's a great
fare.
job.
Yeah.
You get free airline tickets.
Exactly.
Yeah. Yeah. You could fly around the world like Brian. That's what he does.
Emily, do you know how hard it is to become a flight attendant?
Flight attendant? I think it's hard to get to be a flight attendant, but I'm not sure how hard it would be to be a the ticket agent. I'm not sure.
For ticket agent, you just put in your ticket number, and then you check your cities, check your flights, where you're going to, if you need any tags,
Oh.
baggage tags.
Have you tried applying for jobs like that?
I started back in June, but Julie says that let's keep focusing on the job because we're almost there to September.
Can you explain a little further? What's in September?
Job development.
No, they want him to stay at one job for at least a year before moving on to try something else.
Okay.
Oh yeah, so it shows
Consistency, yeah.
Consistency.
Yes, exactly.
Cool. Well, I am excited. I'm excited to see like all the stuff you're gonna do, like dating and your new jobs, and so
Yeah.
make sure you find your password to your Instagram. So
Yes. Yes, we have it. It's fine. He means just on his computer, but we have it on our phone, so we're good.
I always use a computer.
Yeah.
Emily,
yeah.
I'm just letting you know that I just got my certificate in data entry.
Oh my gosh! Awesome! Congratulations. Wow, was it hard to get that?
It was kind of a little hard, but then he just started school in 2021 and 22. Rachel started looking for a job for him, and then he got a job, he got a certificate. He was working through it for the certificate for 2 straight years. All passed.
Woohoo!
Wow. Congratulations.
Yeah. Can you tell them what you're hoping to do next?
I'm going to work on my associate's degree in data entry.
Oh wow! Back to
That's
school.
Yeah, he's gonna work and go to school. So it's gonna take some time, but my God, my family never imagined in our entire lives that he'd be in college and going for a degree. Truly, it's hard to believe. Really incredible.
Yes.
That's really cool. Well, you also have such an amazing family that's supporting you and cheering you on. Yeah.
Yes, I will.
Yes. Always.
Okay.
All right. Brian, did you have any other questions or?
Yeah, so before we go, I had there was one thing that I saw that kind of blew my mind, and I want to see if you're able to do it. I saw that you were able to tell me the day of the week of any date. Is that true?
Yes.
So if
Wow.
I gave you if I gave you my birthday, you think you could tell me what day I was born?
Yes.
Okay. September 23rd, 1985.
I do not know all 2000s.
Oh, we just know 2000s. Okay. Okay.
Oh, okay. How about then my son's birthday? Try that. Okay.
Yes.
So back all the way to 2000, you said?
Yes. The
I don't-
2000 decade.
Oh, wow. I don't know how you do that. That's amazing. Okay, my son was born May 24th, 2001.
Thursday, May 24th, 2001.
Yep.
All right.
Yes.
Oh my God. He can do late 90s, but yeah, 80s he struggles with a little bit if it's too far back, unfortunately.
Yes.
Yeah, that's okay. That's okay.
Wow, that's incredible.
You want to
Very
give it
impressive.
a try? What was the date again?
I do not know.
We'll
September 23rd, 1985.
No,
Okay, that's all right. Even with
Oh.
writing it down, can you do it?
I cannot.
All right, that's fine.
Okay.
It's impressive. I don't know like last week's day, so.
Yeah, I saw that and some of your math skills
Yes.
are absolutely amazing. Yeah.
Maths, he's always been really passionate about math. That's why he excels so well at data entry, and he's been working in our office as well, doing some accounting work here and there. That's been really cool. He does a great job. He actually, for the first time, he actually came with me to a client site, one of our clients, and he was an auditor for a couple days. Isn't that cool?
Yes. And I just
Wow.
don't want to go again to Fresno.
I know. We're not going to go to Fresno again. Don't worry.
Yeah,
It was all the way to Fresno. It was a
Oh,
really
in
fun trip.
mid-July.
I know. I know.
that is a
So
long
what
drive.
did you like about the work that we did?
Inventory.
Yeah, he did a great job with the inventory count. We were in the warehouse, like we were outside in the yard. We were counting racks, and he was like a whiz with the math because we had to do like multiples on pallets. They're all palletized, so it was like, oh, they're 26 high, 4 deep, and then there's 26 pallets.
I'll
many?
say 104.
What is 104?
26 times 4
What about times 26 pallets?
times 26 pallets. So 26 and 26
Mm-hmm.
is 676.
Sure. I don't know.
I believe it.
Nice job.
Yes.
Sounds good to me. Wow, well, that's really cool. Well,
A lot of really exciting things have been happening for Subodh. We're super, super proud of him, and it's been really a great year so far.
And it's been a long journey.
Yeah.
I know mommy and daddy used to go on audits a lot, but then now they get
They're getting
all,
older. I know.
they just stop going to audits that
Yeah.
much.
Yeah, not as often anymore. You want to talk more about your journey?
In my journey, I've been going for 35 years without going to an audit.
But then this year,
But then this year, things have improved well.
yeah, he's really doing well, and he's excited about this new girl he's been seeing, Tina. Obviously, they like each other a lot, which is really cool.
Yes,
yeah, and it was your birthday like a week ago, right?
it was May 31st,
Okay, so a couple weeks ago.
What day was that, Swift?
Wednesday.
See, it was.
Yeah. That's when you turned 35.
Yes.
All right, very cool. Well, is there anything else you guys want to say?
When is your birthday, Emily?
January 10th, 1980.
No,
What about this?
I know you don't have to do it.
What about
But
January?
that's my birthday.
January 10th of this year. It was Tuesday, January 10th.
Is that right?
I don't
Yes.
remember. But yes, I'm sure it is. I'm sure it's right. I trust Subodh.
Yes.
Not my mind. I trust his.
Want to say to the
Yep, right.
listeners?
At what age did you get your bachelor's degree?
Me?
Yeah.
I was 22 when I got my bachelor's degree.
This will be at my older age, like 36 will be my associate's degree or my bachelor's degree.
That's awesome.
Well, that's okay. Everyone has different paths, right?
Yeah. Everyone goes, but you started working first and then you went to school. A lot of people do that.
Yes.
Mhm.
What about you? Have you done the work and school thing?
Me or Emma?
Let's start with Emily first.
I actually started working with people with autism when I was 16. When I was 16, I met a family that had a little boy with autism, and I fell in love with people with autism because I just love that you're just so authentic, like who you are. You just say what you love and say what you don't love. And so I started working when I was 16 with people with autism and teaching them. And then I started doing that while I was in school at the same time. But then I went to school and studied that as well. Yeah.
And then how about after you graduate?
Then after I graduated, I opened a school for kids with autism in Hawaii.
Yeah.
Mhm.
And what other colleges did you go to after you graduated?
Well, I went to Brigham Young University, and then I went to the University of Hawaii.
Yes.
University of Hawaii was really fun.
You had a master's and bachelor's?
Yeah, I have a master's in special education.
Yes. How about, I'd just like to go swimming
In Hawaii?
in California.
Oh, yeah, I do like to go swimming.
But the weather is kind of too gloomy right now when it's hot in the summer.
Yeah, when it gets hotter, for sure.
Yeah,
Brian.
You want to ask him something?
Hey, Brian,
Yes.
may I ask you a question? What age did you get your college degree in?
I got my bachelor's when I was 21. I started very young. And then I worked for 2 years to almost 3 years. And then I got my master's degree when I was 25.
And then you got a master's degree at 25. And what other degrees or colleges did you go to after you graduated at 25?
None. My schooling is over.
Yeah.
I ended at master's. Yeah.
Yeah, me too.
But I did my bachelor's in Florida.
Yeah.
I wanted to be an artist, so I went to art school.
Yeah.
And then I got my master's in London, actually, to become a designer.
Oxford.
No, Oxford's not in London. What school is it?
Cambridge.
Also not in London.
And also not in London.
Our cousin actually went to Oxford. She got her
Really?
master's education there. Yeah.
Mine was in graphic design, and I went to the University of the Arts in London.
Isn't that cool?
Yes. I know Oxford, and what does the letter C in UK? The letter C.
Cambridge is in the city of Cambridge. Oxford's in the city of Oxford.
Yes.
So they're in their own cities
Okay.
or towns.
And then I'm now going to Santa Monica College, but I applied for Orange Coast College for my hospitality degree.
Ooh, and a hospitality degree. Wow.
You're going for it all.
Yes.
So it's really incredible when he decides he wants to do something, he'll just do it. He'll make it work, whatever. And we're there to support him, but it's pretty amazing. His tenacity is something I really admire. I don't have that kind of tenacity myself.
Yes.
So
Is there a steady pathway for that, like an associate's in data entry and then a bachelor's in hospitality? Is that the road?
Just do two bachelor's degrees.
Wow.
Okay, just two.
So much. I could never.
Great.
We'll see how it goes. We're going to go to the associates first, and then we'll see about the bachelor's after. Okay.
Yes.
It's like he approaches it like a lifelong journey, right?
Yes.
So right now he's working part-time, and Who knows? I mean, this job, as I said, came because we put out a video on Instagram saying, Subodh put out a video saying, I really want a job. I need a job. Please, let me know if someone's hiring. Someone responded saying, I loved you on the show. Would love to employ you. And he just created a position for him because they really wanted to have him in their company. And they're wonderful. So who knows where life's going to take all of us next, but we're just along for the ride, and we're here to just, we're open to anything,
Yeah, we're open up to anything. So I make about $250 for 2 weeks. Times 2 is $500.
Wow.
Yeah, it's just 8 hours per week he's working at Catella, but then he works at our office other times.
But at Insight, he couldn't find much.
Yeah, it depends on how much work we have for him. It's challenging. We find work for you, right?
Yes.
Yeah.
But when we have people who are not in the office,
Yeah, when we're not in the office, it's tough because we go to client sites. Yeah.
we'll just look at a local client site, so that way it earns more money.
Okay, sounds good. I'll take you to a local audit. Okay.
Yes.
All right. Anyway, we got off track a little bit. Sorry. Is there anything you
always
want
have
to say
cameos.
to the listeners?
The cameos are coming,
Yeah, there you go.
I know you're in Indonesia.
Yes, I am. I'm in Bali. Yes.
You're in Bali. Where did you lay over on its way to Indonesia?
Your layover.
I flew from Boston to London, London to Bangkok, Bangkok to Bali.
What?
2 stopovers?
Yeah.
Have you done time in these places? They were just layovers.
They were just layovers. Yeah.
Oh.
The total trip was about 30 hours. Yeah.
I'll
You
try.
want to do that?
I'll try just one layover to India.
You want to layover in India?
No. To India.
Oh, going to India, you want one layover, right?
Yes.
Yeah, that makes more sense.
Yeah, one layover is a lot better for sure.
From the West Coast, wouldn't you go the other way from the
Yeah,
West
why did
Coast?
you go this way?
Correct.
he-
Yeah, it
he was
depends
in
on where
Boston.
you leave out of. Like if you fly out of Miami to get to
Oh,
Indonesia,
yeah.
there's flights that go both ways. So
But you cannot go from Miami to Asia, no.
You can. There's layovers.
layovers.
Yes.
But from California, you didn't go west to go to Bali?
From California, yeah, I left from the East Coast.
You left from the East Coast. I see. Okay. That's our elitism here on the West Coast. We assume. Sorry.
Yeah. From California, it's not as bad. You'll probably stop over like in Singapore or something. Or...
Yeah. You want to tell them about our trip in December?
Sorry, September.
No, December.
I went to go to Monterey.
No, we're going in December.
Where are you going?
Say it again.
We're leaving for Australia.
Oh my gosh. I want to go to Australia.
Yes.
What are we gonna do there? You think?
Go to the Great Barrier Reef and then go to Sydney, Australia.
Wow.
To link up with some of the Australian cast of the show because we've connected online, but we obviously have never. Actually, you know what? We actually did have Jimmy and Shanae from the Australian seasons. They were actually in LA for vacation, and I had my birthday in March, and they actually came to our house and joined my birthday party. So it was really cool meeting them and hanging out with them. They were so lovely. So really excited to see them again. Hopefully, if we can plan it out, and then hopefully everyone else that's in Sydney, it'd be really great.
Yes.
That's a long flight.
It's a long flight. Is there a direct flight?
Yes, we do. Just Sydney.
How long is the flight?
16 hours.
16 hours.
There's a direct flight to Sydney from California.
LAX airport.
Wow.
Oh my
Subodh is a
gosh.
whiz at flight paths, by the way. Yeah, he memorized them.
Oh yeah, you have to you have to drink a jet lag. You have to take Dramamine and then
Knock out. That's the way to do it.
Yeah.
You want to talk briefly about baseball too?
I just used my MLB.com at Bat app.
Do you want to talk about it in general? What do you like about baseball?
In baseball, players who are young that used to be in the lineups would change a lot when they announced their retirement.
Do you want to talk about what you liked about baseball overall?
I just like their players.
He's a
Oh,
big fan.
so I didn't know you liked baseball. So you followed
We
the
haven't talked about it on the show, but he's a huge baseball fan.
Yes.
Huge.
Interesting. So do you like a lot of the stats and like the numbers and stuff?
Yes. I just like their players. For almost
Yeah.
2 decades.
Yeah, he's been a fan for that long. So who's doing well this season?
Who's doing well? The Tampa Bay Rays.
Who has the best stats? I don't even know the terms.
Randy Azarina.
What's the name?
Randy Azarina.
What's his stats? You remember?
Do not remember the stats. It's just Wander Franco who is the best hitter.
Okay, what's his stats?
Highest batting average
In the league?
in all in the league, all in the AL.
Wow, in the whole American League. Wow.
Yes.
Cool. So he sits and watches stats and memorizes them, and he's incredible with statistics.
Yes.
Really, really loves baseball a lot.
Yes.
We actually this March we actually went to Florida, and one of the players who's with the Toronto Blue Jays,
Yes.
he's in their minor league, but he's their first draft pick, right? Is that what it's
Yes.
called? We connected with him on Instagram, and he invited us to go see him at spring training.
Okay.
So we actually got to go meet him and watch his team play, and we got to see a bunch of fans of baseball. And did you enjoy that experience?
Yes.
Yeah, it's really, really cool.
Okay.
It's really fun.
You have such good experiences just by your outreach in your community.
Yes, it's truly been amazing the kind of experiences we've had. So, we also went to New York because one of the girls on SNL was a big fan of Subodh, and she invited us to come to SNL. So we got to see SNL live, which was amazing. And again, never in my life thought that we'd have that kind of opportunity. Did you enjoy that?
I enjoy that.
What was your favorite?
I like going on a road trip.
Yeah, we drove all around Florida. We were in New York. We went to the after party. That was really fun.
Yes.
Got to meet a lot of new people.
A lot.
Wow, that's so awesome.
The first time I'm staying up between 12 a.m. and 4 a.m.
Yeah, the after party went really late. It went till 4 in the morning.
Oh,
Wow.
In order to catch a 6 a.m. flight, you have to wake up really early.
We had a flight that morning.
No.
oh
you
my
didn't.
gosh.
But yeah, we did it. We barely slept that night.
And then what? If you want to catch a 6 or 7 a.m. flight, what time do you have to wake up?
3.
2.
Yeah.
Oh, it's like don't even fall asleep. You might as well just
You
stay
might as
up.
well stay up, right? Just can't sleep on the plane.
That means you have to wake up really early.
Yes, really, really early. But yeah, it's really cool the kind of outreach the show had. Again, as I said, like these are experiences we never thought we'd ever have. So that's why we're very open. Like we love like just connecting with people, like whether they're famous or not, doesn't matter. We love like connecting with fans, and so you enjoy talking to fans?
Yes.
Yeah, he really enjoys it a lot. As he likes connecting with them, talking with them. We had a meet and greet in New York. He met a lot of fans there, where we're just really excited about him. So that's been really touching for me personally, where I get to see how much people love him, and growing up being his little sister, seeing how much normal society and mean kids, they didn't accept him at all. They didn't really like him. He was odd and strange and weird. So that's been such a revelation of this experience, that there's so many people now that really, really love him. That's really cool.
Hey.
We feel like he can be like safe in the world, that there's people out there who care about him, and we've met so many different people through this.
Yeah.
It's really amazing. Yeah.
I think that show has opened people's eyes a bit. I mean, there's a lot of media portrayal of people on the spectrum, but usually it's kind of like narrow.
It is. It's a very specific type of autism, right?
Yeah.
You have shows like The Good Doctor. You have, Sheldon Cooper. Are you okay?
No, let's not discuss it.
Okay. Anyway, you have very specific representations of characters. I don't know if you ever watched The Accountant. There's a movie that came out with Ben Affleck. He plays someone on the spectrum, and it's like, and especially like with us being accountants, we watch this movie. you know, expecting something really interesting.
Just
what are you doing?
Typing.
You're typing.
Right. And so now people see real stories and
Yeah,
real
exactly.
personalities. And I think you're right. Like the world is becoming a more open-minded, safer place for people on the spectrum because they can see the person through it now. Right?
Exactly. It was so one-dimensional before. And what Kim, the creator and director, has done with this series is, even before we were on it, we were so grateful that he created and put the series out there, giving, because you know, people on the spectrum are often infantilized. They're not, people that talk about dating, love and romance, all these things are just not really discussed. So giving that window into things, that is that's a very real part of his life, really helped humanize them and make them more comfortable. And really, really grateful to the show, to Kian, to everyone who created it. Super grateful.
Well, we're so thankful for both of you too, and like being so open, sharing your story and just being open to talk to us. I mean, we just met you, you know, at a conference somewhere, and then you're talk, and you're just so open and friendly, and you're just giving your time. So thank you so much, both of you, Aarti and Subodh.
It's really our pleasure.
Thank you so much.
Yeah, thank you.
Thanks, guys.